My friends, happy Sabbath.
Happy Sabbath.
I'll ask that everyone come in who's out in the lobby. We have some really neat things happening in our church community. One is there's some wonderful refreshments after the worship program today where we can sit and talk and connect and enjoy some good food together. And then for the next 2 Sabbaths, after today, we'll also have some opportunity to connect and talk over food. Next Sabbath, I'll be here the next 2 Sabbaths, but we have two guest speakers at different times. This coming Sabbath, we have Bill Clark. He's in charge of all of the chaplains in the military service. He's going to be speaking at Hollywood and for us, talking about Jesus, the religion of Jesus and nationalism. So looking at what is this balance as Seventh-day Adventists, we believe in peacemaking, we believe in non-combatancy, and yet we still support the military in its efforts through chaplaincy and through conscientious participating and all those great ways of supporting the security of our nation. So he's going to be talking a bit about that and where is that balance as him working in the military and yet being a Seventh-day Adventist in that space of organization. So it'll be great for him to be able to come and speak next week. I encourage you to come out. Having a guest speaker, I especially want as much of a turnout as possible because I'd like for that person to have our ears. I'm bringing him in intentionally so that way we can have an understanding of this certain aspect of our faith and denominational involvement. And in the following Sabbath, we have Ryan Laxon, who has studied to be a pastor, and I wanted him to have a space to be able to speak with us. I think he's such a neat guy. I've known him for, almost 10 years. And Ryan Laxon, he's serving as a Bible worker at Living Stones Church right now. And I'd love for him to be able to come and speak for us to get to know him also, to hear what he has to say about Hebrews as part of this series, and then get to know him us. We also have some things going on. I wanted to give you an update about the roof. This flat roof, boy, how many years have we been talking about the leaks and the roof repair? We were expecting the roof to be, the roof project to begin this week, this last week, but the roofer had a complication with his previous project, and so had to be extended, and we're now moved, we think, until June. I'm going to have a meeting with with the general contractor and all of his subcontractors this coming Wednesday, so if you'll pray for that conversation. This is new information, so I think the board is the first time you're hearing about it. Then we just pray that it's God's timing, right? We thought it would happen last year, and the rains just kept coming and coming and coming. Thought it would happen before that, but the licensing through the city kept going and going and going. So finally we're in this spot, but we're keeping trust in what God is doing on our behalf. As we open this time of worship, let's prepare our hearts to be receptive to what God is going to be doing in this space, through music, through prayer, through the word, but also in spite of it, because making this space, dedicating this space mindfully, prayerfully, will attune us to what God is doing. Like Ellen White said in Steps to Christ, through prayer, we don't bring God down to us. Prayer brings us up to him. And so that action is so essential as we enter this time of worship. So let's worship together. Let's start with prayer. God, we are overwhelmed by many things in this world, and we are also overwhelmed by the wonders of your love and attention for us. There's a lot of things going on in our lives, individually and collectively, and you are the King, you are the God that sits above it all, that even stands, is depicted as standing for us, and that you're working on our behalf. So right now, God, we are stepping into this space of worship, acknowledging who you are, and having that confidence, that renewed focus on the hope that is in your Son, Jesus. We love you, God, and we thank you for all that you're doing for us. We ask and pray in Jesus' name.